Good morning, Aldersley. This morning we're talking in our assembly about Ramadan 2020, which starts on Friday. But before that, talking about that, we'll talk about yesterday's challenges. So yesterday's challenges were to find some positive stories and news and share them on Twitter, #GoodNews. Did you tell some jokes to someone in your household and try to get them to have a whole belly laugh? Did you smile as much as you could all day and try to focus on the positives and everything? Did you show others your positivity and spread the kindness? And did you tweet it #smile? So remember, we love seeing what you get up to on Twitter. We love you to post that and share with everyone at Aldersley. And some of those tweets are here. Lots of really good work being done by our students have been tweeted out by your teachers. Some fantastic work by our students here in their French lesson with Miss Manganaro. Lots of great work going on across the school. Poetry with Miss Kaur. Some fantastic work there with Josh J and Miss Evans Murray. Handing out some praise there in her lesson. Some fantastic work being done as myself and Mrs. Vernon go through the 9 lessons. We're seeing lots of great work being done. There's lots of great work across the school. Okay, today's challenges then. So today's coping calendar asks you to have a tech-free day, which is not really possible for us to do if you're getting involved in virtual school and you're staying in touch with everyone. But what we could do is we could say make some time to get away from technology, and that would be some good news. But you don't need to tweet it. For those of you moving into Ramadan, tell us what it means to you coming up. We've got some practicing Muslims telling us what Ramadan means to them. For everyone else, think about the principles that are described in the videos that are coming up and consider all of those who are less fortunate than you and your family. And it was tweeted yesterday on the Aldersley account. Miss Brown was tweeting it about the sonnet videos from Patrick Stewart. I'm absolutely loving them. I have to listen to them a couple of times because the amount of information that manages to get packed into a sonnet is pretty big. But do tweet those out. And for those of you talking about what Ramadan means to you, or those of you who are talking about how you're thinking of the less fortunate, you can tweet that with the #ShowRespect as one of our 3 key principles. So I asked Ms. Akhtar in science to give me a hand with this assembly to make sure that I didn't make sure we didn't make any mistakes, but also she's been able to put together some really good items for this assembly to really help us dig deep on what Ramadan is and what it means to practicing Muslims observing Ramadan. So it's the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, which is based on a lunar calendar. And so in order to know when the start of Ramadan is and when the finish of it is, astronomers, local astronomers, actually use their telescopes to look for crescent moons and to see when it starts or finishes. It is also known as the month of the Quran. It's a holy month for Muslims because it is the time at which the Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad during this time. And during the month, Muslims fast from dawn till sunset. And this year it will begin on Friday the 24th of April, and it runs from then until Saturday the 23rd of May. So the first fast will start at approximately 11 minutes past 4 on this Friday coming up.
For me, Ramadan means time to reflect and take stock, see how far I am, where I am on my journey, and it's a wonderful time for me to think, stop everything, and really deep down reflect on where I am in life.
रमज़ान वो महीना है जिसमें अल्लाह की रहमत बारिश की तरह बरसती है। इस मुबारक महीने में अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त ने कुरान मजीद नाज़िल फरमाया और इसमें एक ऐसी रात है जो 1000 महीनों से बेहतर है। और ये जो रमज़ान मुबारक में जो अहम तरीन चीज़ है वो रोज़ा है। और रोज़ा एक ऐसी चीज़ है जिसको इंसान अगर सही मानों में इसको रखे तो इससे तक़वा हासिल होता है और रोज़े का मकसद ही तक़वे का हुसूल है।
Okay. Though fasting involves abstaining from eating, drinking, and other things, to me, Ramadan is like a 30-day school where I learn how to be patient, how to give charity, how to get close to God, how to take myself away from things He doesn't like, and then carry on with this over the next 11 months.
Ramadan makes me think about the people who are less fortunate than me and they don't have as much food as me. When I'm eating, I feel like I want to give something to them instead of me having something.
Ramadan means to me is a month of mercy. It means a month of reflection, a month of family, a month of togetherness, a month of where the family comes together and worships together.
Alhamdulillah, I'm in Marga. That's cooking, that's provide the food for everyone, for iftari. And I like cooking every day, that's cooking for iftari.
Ramadan is a month of increase. It's an increase in faith, increase in happiness, increase in joy, increase of time with family. It's just time to increase.
For me, Ramadan is about patience, number one, and secondly, about giving up what is halal for Allah, so like food and drink, which also helps us give up what's haram.
Ramadan means to me like self-assessment. This month gives you the opportunity and reminder to review your actions, your deeds, which you have been doing over the last 8 months.
वैसे रमज़ान मुबारक में मैं रोज़े के अलावा कुरान मजीद की तिलावत करना जो है ना वो उसको सबसे बेहतर समझता हूँ, क्योंकि इस मुबारक महीने को तिलावत से ख़ास मुनासिबत है, अल्लाह के कलाम से मुनासिबत है। इस वजह से तिलावत जो है ना वो बहुत ज़्यादा मैं इसको अफसर समझता हूँ।
The best part of Ramadan is helping my mum prepare iftar for my family.
Laylatul Qadr. That is the most favorite part of Ramadan. One night which is better than equal to 1,000 nights. So if you manage to get that night, that blessed night, you don't want anything else.
The best part of Ramadan is I can read more Quran with my friends.
The best part of Ramadan is sitting in the masjid alone.
To me, the best part of Ramadan is during the night prayers when I see almost all the Muslims around Wolverhampton spending time together praying Salah, reading Quran together, and donating charity to different parts of the world.
The best part of Ramadan for me is the fact that every act of worship or good deed that you do is multiplied by a number that you can't even imagine.
Apart from fried samosas and pakoras, the best part of Ramadan for me is praying in the masjid at night.
So what is fasting? And it's practiced with different religions and cultures with varying guidelines. And in Islam, it means abstaining from the following during the time of dawn till sunset. Why do Muslims fast? Well, Muslims fast because it is the third pillar of Islam, which means it is compulsory acts of worship for Muslims. It shows that Muslims can exercise self-control. Muslims believe it will help cleanse the mind, body, and spirit, and build a greater connection with Allah, God. And at the end of Ramadan, Muslims celebrate with a festival of Eid al-Fitr. A big thank you to Mrs. Akhtar for helping me to put together this assembly. I certainly learned a lot, and I hope you all did too. Just don't forget about today's challenges and let us know how they go. Looking to see how you're doing in your lessons today. Have a really good day, Aldersley.